Hi, Sandra here from Creating Spain with the second GIMP tutorial. This is going to be very basic, simply showing you how to open up images. Now I'm going to click on my main bar because previously my main bar was showing up as QuickTime, which is how I'm recording this. So click on the main bar, go to File, go to New, and you get lots of different options, but it's very straightforward. If you click on Template, you have lots of different options for your paper size, and I'm going to go to A5. Or I could choose by pixels, or I could choose by inches or millimeters or centimeters or whatever here. And there are even advanced options, and yeah, I don't think I want to go there, do you? The other thing it gives you is a choice between portrait mode and landscape, and I'm going to click on landscape and click OK. And here we go. Now you notice that my window here is behind here. If I want to get it in the front again, I'll just click on it and it'll put it in the front. If you wish to go to a window which is one piece, you can go to the single window mode. I tend to keep mine in separate pieces so that I've got more screen space. Okay, so that's how you open up a plain one. If you don't want these little dashed lines around the edges of your layer or your paper, what you need to do is go to View and scroll down until you get to Show Layer Boundary and switch that off. Just click on it and they'll go away. There you are, they've gone. However, if you want them back, you can just go to View and go Show Layer Boundary and click them back on again. It's up to you. I'm going to leave mine off for the time being. Okay, I'm going to put this to one side. Actually, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to make that window a bit smaller so that this fits side by side. It doesn't keep disappearing on me. Okay, so that's how you do that one. If I want to open a photograph or another image, you can open what you like. I could go to Open, and then I get a different menu up, and you choose where you've put your pictures that you want to open, and you go to the appropriate place and you find whatever you want to find and you just click Open. Now for ease of use, I don't always, but I tend, before I'm going to do any editing, to put the pictures that I want on my desktop. And then I know exactly where they are and I don't have to go messing around through albums to try and find them. I know where the picture is that I want to mess around with, and it makes life a lot easier and a lot quicker, but that's your choice. So this would open up a picture, a photograph. I'm going to close this one down at the moment because I don't want to actually do that. So that's a basic thing of how to get your piece of paper and your start for drawing. And the only other thing I'm going to show you next is the paint tool. I'm going to give you a quick look at that, but a very quick look. If you click on the paintbrush, you'll find that you get tool options. You get your paintbrush there. It says mode normal. For the time being, don't mess around with this. It's not worth the aggravation. The opacity is how transparent or not it is, and it's not transparent at the moment because it's set to 100%. It tells you what brush you have selected. I have a carnation selected. You will not find this in your options. This is a paintbrush that I have made. Okay, so this won't be one of your options. If you click on the right bottom corner, you can see all the other options that you do have for your paintbrush. So for example, if I pick, I don't know, maybe this one here, it will tell me that this brush is cell 02. It tells me how big it is. It tells me the aspect ratio. It tells me the angle. And if you look to the right, you'll see these yellow squares with a blue dot in the corner. These are resets. If you mess something up, if you think you've altered your brush and you can't see it anymore, or maybe it's got too big and you can't get it back, just set the reset button. It'll set it back to factory default, or whatever default. If you made the brush yourself, it'll set it back to your original size that you made it at. So that is a very useful feature, and whenever you see that yellow square with the blue dot in the corner, that is what it does. It resets. It resets your preferences. It resets whatever it is that you're showing at the time. If that's available, then you can reset. And it crops up everywhere, all over the place. Now next, under that you have dynamics. And this is a way of altering your brush. So if I click my brush on there, there we go. Oh, that's quite pretty. No wonder they call it a cell. It's very biological looking, isn't it? So this is something that alters the way your brush works, the dynamics of the brush. And if you click on it, you'll get a whole list of them. If I click on confetti and use it, you see it's different. It's making it different sizes every time I click. So that's what confetti does. You can switch the dynamics off. You can have random dynamics, fade tapering. Now, fade tapering. There we are. It fades it at one side. When you select fade tapering, you have other options as well. You can select the fade length by going up. Now, in case you're wondering that I'm not actually moving this with my mouse, I've got my scroll wheel on my mouse to do this action. If I go up or down, it makes it less or more, whichever I'm doing. I'll introduce you to that later. That's not a lesson for now. Just use your mouse to drag wherever it is that you want it. So you can introduce a bigger fade length. You see that fade bit at the beginning. If I do it up here, you can see it. More fade at the beginning. And you can do other things like apply jitter, which scatters the brush as you paint. Fancy that. Let's see what that does. Scatters the brush as I paint. I can't say I can notice a big difference, but it's only on a very minor amount. If I put that amount up, maybe we'll see the difference more. Okay, it moves it a bit sort of in a random fashion by the looks of things. But those are advanced functions that you really don't need to worry about. So that's basically how you use a brush. If you drag it, you paint in strokes. If you just click, you'll do it in just individual bits. Now I'm going to set all this back to the resets. There we are, and it's back as it was before. Select my brush and off we go. There we are. Okay, that's how the brush tool works. And the pen tool works in a very similar way, as does the airbrush, which is this one here. But basically that's it. So that'll be enough for your first lesson, pretty much. Just remember that if you click on that bottom right corner, you get your selection. So if I click on this one in here, I get my red one here. Okay, I'm going to set that back to all the resets. For some reason, it's not doing it when I just click once. It's only doing, oops, that was a big one. But you get the basic idea. Okay, I think I better take the size down on that. Otherwise I won't be able to get it on the page. There we go. So you get the idea. That's how you use your brush. So have fun with that, and I'll see you for another lesson very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.